Welcome to the second part in our virtual class dealing with the topic of markets. In this second video, we will take a look at the role of government specifically from the angle of the United States. What we see here is a kind of chart describing what the Republican political party in the States is like. They're called the Grand Old Party, GOP, or the Republicans, and as you can see they've got a symbol which is the elephant. When we talk about elections and the Republicans, we always indicate the areas where they win as being red. Now, the Red Elephant Party, the Republicans, are very much in favor of laissez-faire, so that is the supply-side economics. Government should step out. So they're definitely very much in favor of small government. And in that respect, they're somewhat different from the other main political party in the United States, that is the Democrats, that you see here, with the donkey as a symbol and the color blue. The Democrats, as the Republicans, are in favor of laissez-faire, that is, make sure that there's a free market economy. They're in favor of capitalism. However, Democrats are more likely to have the government intervene when markets fail. So they account for market failure to a much larger extent than Republicans do. Now let's look at the 2008 presidential election. What the prediction was like just prior. And we see that maps of the 50 American states are colored to match the political parties, where you have the red states that are voting for Republicans and the blue states that will vote Democrat way. So on the basis of a prognosis, people expected the Democrats, the donkey that you find here at the bottom, they were expecting the Democrats to win the election between Republican McCain and Democrat Obama. Now let's try and find out what actually happened when we look at the actual election results by county. So each state has been divided up into these very little areas that are the different counties. And now what we find is that indeed the prediction mapped out, that this picture was mirrored here, but we see that for the blue states, that in all the blue states there are also red areas. That is to say, there are no uniform states, with some exceptions. So some states here, almost every single county is going to vote Republican, for instance here, smack in the middle, where there are just some blue spots here and there. This is very remarkable when we look, for instance, here at the West Coast states. We see here that when we have the state of Washington, Oregon, California here, and here we've got the state of Nevada, that when we look at the image here, we think that there is a huge blue vast area around the coast, but when we zoom in, we see that it's really just a coastline fringe that is blue, and as soon as you move inwards, that the red country immediately happens once you leave the coast behind. So once you hit the Rockies, everything starts to become red. Especially when we look here at Nevada. Remember, Nevada, Democratic state, completely blue, but that just translates into 1, 2, 3 counties. Here, this county, I'll just let you think a bit what city this could be in Nevada. Right here, this is where we find Las Vegas, and here we've got Reno. So the two main states, the cities in the state of Nevada, vote Democrat, and that is a pattern that we see reoccurring. For instance, let's take the state here of Texas, the Lone Star State, which goes predominantly red. But as we can see, there are some blue fringes here again. But these are interesting blue dots because this is the city of Dallas, this is Austin, this is San Antonio, and here we've got Houston. So Texas is a prime example for a trend that we find nationwide in the United States, and that is that the cities, but also the economic centers, the centers that generate added value in the country, those are the coastlines and this area around the Great Lakes, got Miami area, etc., Houston, the main city, San Francisco, Los Angeles. The money generating parts of the United States vote Democrat, whereas the not so economically prosperous parts, mainly, we're making a bit of a caricature here, but that's the main trend here, they vote Republican.